my God, hurry up. Pass me the phone. Come on. Oh my God, hi, Keri. What you mean? I'm Beauty.
And it's Dominique Nicole. You already know DJ the rapper.
Go ahead, Keri. Go ahead, Keri. Go ahead, Keri. Tell it like it is, boy. Go ahead, Keri. Go ahead, Keri. Go ahead, Keri. Tell it like it is, boy. Go ahead, Keri. Go ahead, Keri. Go ahead, Keri. Tell it like it is, boy. Go ahead, Keri. Go ahead, Keri. Go ahead, Keri. Tell it like it is, boy.
Keri, tell it like it is through your radio. Fully syndicated, funny for the silly folks. Always keep it positive, never negative. Keri's Korner is the name. Welcome to the show. Hot top celebrities bringing in the voice to the community. It ain't gonna stop. And when he start to play the beats, I'ma have to write you up a eulogy cause they're so hot. And I stay live, and I stay woke when the man trying to keep me on demand. Yeah, DJ B, I'm Beauty and Dominique Nicole did it again. Keri's Korner will show you just what you are made of. Keri's Korner will have the music playing through ya. Keri's Korner will have you sipping on some tea. Keri's Korner, tell it like it is, you and me. Keri's Korner, syndicated radio.
Go ahead, Keri. Go ahead, Keri. Go ahead, Keri. Tell it like it is, boy. Go ahead, Keri. Go ahead, Keri. Go ahead, Keri. Tell it like it is, boy. Go ahead, Keri. Go ahead, Keri. Go ahead, Keri. Tell it like it is, boy. Go ahead, Keri. Go ahead, Keri. Go ahead, Keri. Tell it like it is, boy.
I like that song. I know. Like Shoni says, see, I'm on point. When it comes to Janet Jackson, I know my songs. I can actually sing her entire catalog. Well, probably not sing it, but I know the lyrics to every damn song from her first album to her last. Joni Mitchell Never Lies. See? I'm on point. I was about to start rapping, but that's not my job. Welcome to the Keri's Korner Radio Show, you guys. It's March. Thank God. I am not a fan of February. I mean, I know it's Black History Month, it's the Love Month, Valentine's Day, whatever. But Valentine's Day and Black History Month aside, it is cold and the weather is usually not nice. But March is a dope month. Dope people have been born in March, including me. You guys knew that was coming, right?
Yep.
Yeah. All right, what do I have to talk about today? I know. Let's talk about the New York governor. And the one of the rules of the Keri's Korner Radio Show is I never talk about politics. But this guy, we gonna make some exceptions because I don't like him at all. And so for those of you listening elsewhere, where are we at? Where are we tuned in? Philadelphia. We're in Northern California. We're in West Palm Beach. We're in I'm trying to go in order here. You're screwing me up, Paul. Chicago, London, England. We're in Houston, Texas. We're in Atlanta, Georgia. And we're also in Cleveland. So anybody that lives in those municipalities, I know you don't really care about Governor Cuomo, and then some of you might actually think he's a COVID hero. Scumbag. He's a scumbag is what he is. That's what he is, a scumbag. And I'm pleased to announce, yes, I said it. I'm being petty today. Yeah. I'm pleased to announce that he has been accused of unwanted advances by at least 2 women. He's been touching people without permission.
Oh, no. Bad touch.
Yeah.
Can't have that.
He's gonna be Me Too'd.
Oh, Lord.
He's gonna get Me Too'd, and the Italian Stallion's gonna be on his way out of office, hopefully. I don't like him, so, whatever. But, hey. Arrogance deserves punishment. I'll just leave it at that. That was like the most pettiest thing I've ever said on this show. In almost 8 years, I've actually become petty.
It comes with time. It
does. I was gonna say that.
With
yeah.
time.
It does. Why do I don't feel like I sound loud enough? Maybe I don't know what's going on.
No, I hear you pretty good in here.
Okay, all right. Well, as long as you hear me. And yeah, the countdown to our 8-year anniversary has begun, ladies and gentlemen. It is the first week of March. The Keri's Korner Radio Show's first episode was April 1st, 2013.
All right.
Damn, I feel old. I've been every Monday. I've had no life for the past 8 years.
Hey, but you say it's no life, but you had the show. That's a life. That's part of a good life.
Yeah, okay, dude. This sister's in the room, so I'm going to keep my comments to myself. But let's just say the show is fun on Monday, but Tuesday through Sunday, it don't do a damn thing for me, brother. You
Good
feel
point.
me?
Good point.
You feel me? Yeah. Anyway. So yeah, 8-year anniversary coming up on April 1st, 2021. We're going to have a little shindig. Like, what is a shindig, Keri? A gathering. And of course, because it's 2021, I have to say, yes, we will be social distancing, and yes, we will be wearing. I'm so sick of that clause. Like, you know what really grinds my gears? When people on Facebook and on social media, right? They take pictures with their friends, and they feel like they got to put that clause in there that this was taken before COVID. I'll be damned if I put an addendum to my pictures. Especially, you know what really gets me? When I post Throwback Thursday pictures and people say, oh my God, you're not wearing a mask. Throwback Thursday probably means the damn pictures were taken a couple of years ago. Mom. I love her, but yeah, I did though, because we're about to go to Hawaii in a couple of weeks. I don't know how that's going to work for her. Like, is she going to make me wear my mask inside the condo? No, because I'm paying for the condo.
I like how you think.
Mom. I love my mom. But I don't love wearing masks. I do it because I have to. Because Cuomo and the rest of the governors and Biden say it's mandatory. I don't know. Anyway, a limited amount of guests will be invited to come to the studio here in New York City for our taping Monday, April 5th. Oh, they're not paying attention. We're trying to get all of our former guests to come and have fun with us and eat with us and stuff. So yeah, details to come. But I will say, as of today, we confirmed that there's a restaurant, a Jamaican restaurant, a Caribbean restaurant, I should say, that will be serving up the food on the 5th. So we can have free food. And for all y'all that like dark meat on your chicken, because I don't, you can have it all. Seriously, I don't. What did I say? I like breasts on chicken and
You know what?
and wings. I don't like thighs and legs on chicken.
Fair enough. Yeah.
So yeah, for those of you all that like thighs and legs on poultry, don't worry, I won't be touching it. Vaughn eats everything from the rooter to the tutor. You do. He eats pork and Vaughn eats pork. I like in things, but whatever. He's a man of class, and by his own admission, Dre eats everything.
Almost.
Well, we're talking about food, and
Same thing.
and Paul is a McDonald's fan, so as far as I'm concerned, he eats anything too. He's like a garbage disposal. Yeah. At any rate, yeah. So we'll keep the details rolling. Again, our 8th year anniversary will be celebrated here in our New York station on the 5th of April, and we're gonna invite some guests and former interviewees to the show. It'll be nice, like a reunion. Dre will be playing the 1s and 2s. Hopefully, he'll be playing a lot of Janet Jackson, or I will be bitching.
You will not.
I can
Because
say
I
bitching,
will.
right? Yeah,
I'm
bitching.
pretty sure you can. No one really cares. Oh, wait.
Yeah, well, yeah. Some of our
man.
stations really care, but
Well-
bitching, and that's the 3rd time I've said it, so I'm not going to say
Yeah,
bitch.
we're not going to say
I'm not going to say bitching
Say
again.
it 3 times admitting it. No, I got you, man.
March, it's my birth month. So we're going to, I guess we'll celebrate my birthday on the 22nd, Monday the 22nd. Because Tuesday, I leave for Hawaii, and I swim with the sharks. So if I don't come back to work the following week, you'll know that, Jaws bit me in the ass while I was taking selfies. But yeah, I'm going to do the shark cage thing. I'm definitely, like, my mother's like, you can't do that. great white sharks, and she says sharks because she's from Boston. Great white sharks are gonna get you. I'm like, Mom, great white sharks don't even swim in Hawaii. Yeah, but they swim in Cape Cod. Yeah, Cape Cod in Hawaii. It's like, yeah, a gazillion miles in the opposite direction. You're hard-headed. You're hard-headed. And as hard-headed as I may be, I'm swimming with them damn sharks when I get to Hawaii. So if I don't make it back, just, Paul, I guess you're going to have to learn how to run the show with the hosting thing. And yeah. We'll call it Paul's Corner. Kevon was hoping we'd keep it to KK with Kevon's Corner, but that doesn't really work with me. Yeah, my birthday. Size 9.5. Nikes. Gift cards, everybody.
Yeah.
Gift cards.
Yeah, you said you speak plastic.
I have to keep saying that because what's going to happen is the 22nd is going to come. I'm going to come into the studio all excited. You all are going to be like, it's your birthday? Oh, I forgot. And then I'm just going to be like, everybody's fired.
There's this thing called emails. Don't worry. I think we paid attention. We got you.
Yeah, well, let's see. Everybody calls in sick that day. That's what it is. Oh, I don't feel so good.
No.
Yeah. Gift cards, people. Nike. Say it with me. Nike. Yeah. Okay, whatever.
Nah, you said Nike.
Yeah. March is also significant for another reason. My first book, The Wanderer's Game, came out 13 years ago this month. I think March 18th was the date. I don't really know. And on the 15th of this month, my dad's birthday, is ostensibly the day that the first episode of Sessions Cafe is scheduled to air on Pipe TV. So I definitely want to send a shout out to Paul and Kevon for putting in all that work and getting the first episode of Sessions Cafe done. I have to drink some water. Kevon, I need you to get on the microphone really quickly. Are you ready there, young man?
Ready.
He always sounds better than I do on the mic. Seriously, like he sounds clearer, but still, stay over there. This is my section. So I wanted to congratulate you because you're no longer an intern here at the Keri's Corner Radio Show.
Thank you. I appreciate it very much, Keri.
You appreciate that you're no longer an intern?
I do.
You appreciate
being allowed to move up.
I didn't say that though.
I guess that's true.
No, but yeah, welcome to the big leagues. You're the assistant producer to the Keri's Corner Radio Show. You've exceeded your intern time limit.
A HE double hockey sticks, yes. Need to censor myself for the other stations.
What the hell does that mean? Oh, hell.
I didn't want to upset those stations that moved us to 10 p.m.
Dude, hell is a place, just like Boston. In fact, there's some similarities if you ask me. I can say these things because we're not syndicated in Boston. I know people from Boston listen because I'm from there, but technically I don't have to be nice to them because A, I don't live there anymore, B, I don't give a damn, and C, we're not syndicated.
Big beats and bad teams. I hate it. All right.
Well, I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, we're going to have a great show today. I'm excited because it's Monday, and Monday is actually my favorite day of the week. I'm wearing my Colin Kaepernick puts his knee in President Trump's mouth hoodie. I think I'm wearing a Knicks hat for Paul.
No Keri's Corner.
Oh, sorry. Well, this was originally supposed to be a Knicks hat.
What a match.
Sorry.
It's good branding.
Well, yeah. Knicks next week, I guess. Yeah. I don't think I have anything else to talk about except for the meet and greet that's in Houston this Friday, March 5th at 8 p.m., hosted by Throwed Off Entertainment. That's going to be happening at Christian's Tailgate Bar and Grill. Really dope place. Just don't eat the nachos. The address is 5115.
My man said it again.
Because okay, again, I got like 1 minute to get this out. I'm going to say this one more time. When I go to Texas, I expect my nachos to be crispy, I expect my barbecue to be spicy, and I expect my turkey legs to be tender. So if I go to a place where they sell nachos and guacamole and all that other delicious stuff, and it's soggy like a baby's diaper, there's a problem, okay? So shout out to Christians, because they are a sponsor for one of our networks, so I probably will get fired for saying this. I didn't say the rest of the food was just the nachos are soggy. That's it. The nachos should be crisp. You know. Anyway, not soggy like a hooker's drawers.
Oh no! Then go see the doctor.
It should be crisp like my underwear. Anyway, the address is 5. Yeah, we're gonna lose our Houston sponsor now, huh? Our Houston network. 5114 Kirby Drive. Come out and join. I can't even read my notes. Just join us. We're gonna have a great time. Damn it. By the way, it's supposed to be 61 degrees with a chance of rain during the day, which will taper off by the time our meet and greet kicks off at 8. I just became a weather reporter. But hopefully the weather will be drier than the nachos. Let's get into these New Jack joints on Keri's Korner, your new home for throwbacks, New Jacks, and nachos.
Hey, yo, what's happening? This your boy 5 Mics. Anytime I'm looking for great entertainment or the latest scoop on the music industry, I pick up Intrigue magazine. Cause everything I read in is so intriguing. Don't believe me? Then find out on your own. IntrigueMagazine.com, where reading is a pleasure.
And now it's time for those exclusive New Jack joints right here on Keri's Korner, your new home for throwbacks and New Jacks.
I don't need to hear right now anything. Just rest your head right here and listen to our hearts beating. Can you hear it? Can you feel it? Take me by the hand. I'm not making any demands on you. So what you wanna do, I'm yours for sure. Take me by the hand. I'm not making any demands on you. So what you wanna do?
designer and spoil ya. If you ain't got the dough, you can't call her. Your body can't lie to me. Something tells me that you really like me, girl. Girl, you like me, girl. And something tells me that you really want it. Girl, just get up on it. Get up on it, baby. You know your body can't lie to me. You know body can't lie to me. You know body can't lie to me. You know your body can't lie to me. You know body can't lie to me. You know body can't lie. I can see it in your eyes, girl. You're feeling for that good girl. You know you really got it going on. Tell your girls that I'm about to take you home with me. Give you that ecstasy. Let you feel what it's like with a real G. Understand, girl, I like to get around, do my thing with the pretty girls in town. Real talk, I'm about my money. You make it good to me, might get something from me like something tells me that you really like me, girl. Girl, you like me, girl. And something tells me that you really want it. Girl, just get up on it. Get up on it, baby. You know your body can't lie to me. You know body can't lie to me. You know body can't lie to me. You know your body can't lie to me. You know body can't lie to me. You know body can't lie. I can see it in your eyes, girl. You're feeling for that good deed.
Let me see you dance, girl. Show me what you twerking with. Let me see you dance, girl. Show me what you twerking with. Let me see you dance, girl. Show me what you twerking with. Let me see you dance. Let me see you dance. Let me see you dance, girl. Show me what you twerking with. Let me see you dance, girl. Show me what you twerking with. Let me see you dance, girl. Show me what you twerking with.
You know your body can't lie to me. You know body can't lie to me. You know body can't lie to me. Body can't lie to me. You know your body can't lie to me. You know body can't lie to me. You know body can't lie. I can see it in your eyes, girl. You're feeling for that good deed. I know you want it, baby.
It's a vibe.
Body can't lie to me. Girl, your body can't lie to me. You know.
Hey, what's up? This is Norm Adams.
And this is Julia Robertson, and you're listening to our boy, Keri D. Singleton.
On the Keri's Corner Radio Show.
We don't talk the way we used to. There's a lack of communication between me and you.
Life, it seems, is not the same as it ever was. Everything is starting now to change, and it's all because
Something's been left unsaid. Voices inside my head
tell me it's over. They tell me it's
How can I make you understand? We've lost control of the situation. This is not like we planned.
tight, you make it tight, baby, make sure that body right. Girl, you already know what I like. Capture this, you and me riding in my backseat. Do you know what I need, baby? Girl, I want it to you right, making love to you all night, baby. You got me feeling some type of way. I can't control my feelings, got me deep in my feelings. You got me hooked on, you got me hooked, you got me hooked on, you got me hooked on you. Girl, I know you're feeling me. Hey. Now let me satisfy your every need. Feel the talking on, and I'm loving you just right, baby. 'Cause all this love is waiting, baby. It's waiting, baby, yeah. 'Cause all this love is waiting, baby. It's waiting on you, yeah. Come on and get it, baby. You know you want it, baby. Come on and get it, baby. You know you. Come on and get it, baby. You know you want it, baby. Come on and get it, baby. You know you. Ooh, yeah, you got me feeling like Tournesoul. I'm wanting more, baby. Baby, come and talk to me. You got me feeling like Tournesoul. I'm wanting more, baby. Oh, you got me feeling some type of way. Got me feeling, baby. I can't control it, baby. Oh, you got me hooked on. You got me hooked. You got me hooked. You got me hooked on you. You got me feeling some type of way. I can't control my feelings. Got me deep in my feelings. You got me hooked on. You got me hooked. You got me hooked on. You got me hooked on you.
Never mind. You can stop.
Oh, you won't like this?
And we're back on the Keri's Corner Radio Show. You just heard from Charmaine X. She calls that one Easy Feeling. Babe Bright with Body Can't Lie. Norm Adams and Julia Robinson with their ballad Over. And Mr. Taiski with Hooked on You. All right? I am very excited to bring up our first guest. See if I can focus with all that Janet Jackson in the background. Don't be sorry about that. Don't ever be sorry about that. Shawanna Vaughn is in the building, and I am really excited to get to speak to you, sweetie, because I personally reached out to you and searched for you diligently. Speaking your mic? Oh, no. Something's not right. Try it now.
Thank you so much.
Got you. Okay. Yeah, I saw you on New York One. I know you're tired of hearing that, huh? But you know, Cheryl Wills is good people.
Yeah,
she's actually been a guest on the radio show.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she's dope.
Amazing.
She's dope.
Yes.
And our magazine, Intrigue Magazine, actually had the rare opportunity to do a spread on her a couple months ago, before COVID. So I guess it's been over a year ago. And we actually did the interview with her at New York One. At her desk, yeah. And I've always been a huge fan, so that was really dope experience for me. I'm a journalist, and I love Cheryl Wills.
Yeah.
And you know, Cheryl is
amazing.
Dope.
She's the truth.
She is. What? So I'm gonna just say this, Shawanna, very quickly, and then we're gonna get into our conversation. You were formerly incarcerated, are formerly incarcerated, as I am.
Absolutely.
And that's where the connection came, because I watched the interview and I was like, I gotta get Shawanna on the show. We have so much to talk about, and I want to support her, and I need her. actually, and we're gonna really get into that. But first, I want to say, ask you, what was it like being on New York One on Cheryl Wills, Emmy award-winning journalist? What was it like being on her show?
Amazing. It was amazing. She is not only personable,
yes,
but she's authentic, and she's unapologetically just an amazing journalist. And the fact that she will tell a story and create a narrative for women.
Yes.
As far as being a black woman who my organization is a grassroots organization.
Correct.
And the fact that she took that on and created a platform.
Right.
So my voice would be amplified.
Exactly.
It's amazing.
Yeah, she has a huge audience.
Yes.
And a loyal fan base. And if it wasn't for her, you and I wouldn't be sitting here talking today.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So that's just
shout out to Cheryl Wills.
Shout out to Cheryl Wills all day. So talk to me about your organization, and let's just get to the meat and bones or whatever of the discussion. So the name of your organization is
Silent Cry Inc.
Correct. And what is Silent Cry Inc. all about? Because you have a serious story.
So Silent Cry Inc. is out of my own silent tears.
Mm-hmm.
As I told you in the interview with Cheryl Wills, I was born in prison.
You was born?
I was born in prison.
That part that's probably when I went to get my Doritos.
Oh, okay. So yes,
okay.
I was born in prison April 15th, 1978 in Korner
Wait a
State
minute,
Prison for Women.
Excuse me. So you're in Aries.
Yes. Shout out to the Aries. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I had to get that out.
Yes. So, absolutely.
So you were born in prison where now?
I was born in prison in Korner State Prison for Women in Riverside County.
Okay, in California.
In California.
Southern California.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And one of the reasons I championed the First Step Act, I was born to a mother shackled and chained in real time. And we assimilate slavery for African Americans to 400 years. And I said, time must freeze for us. Because we've been saying 400 years
ever since I was born.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
So we must freeze in all time capsules.
That's an interesting
because we're
point.
still only 13% of the population. We're not born. We don't die. It's just amazing how our statistics are fabricated in this country.
Interesting.
Because I said we're talking about slavery and we say 400 years. I was a slave 42 years ago.
Wow.
On a plantation.
In Riverside.
In Riverside County, straight from slavery.
Wow. Yeah.
And I don't think we are understanding what slavery is in the 21st century. It's prison. It's mass incarceration.
Mass incarceration, yeah. So then let's fast forward a little bit. Then you were incarcerated.
Yes, I was vendor to the prison system, back to the prison system myself.
And what was that like for you? What was the experience of being incarcerated like for you as a woman?
As a young black woman,
yes,
who was not yet a woman, incarcerated in the carceral system in California, it was punitive.
Wow. How old were you, if you don't mind me asking?
17.
Wow.
And funny, somebody is, shout out to Bernice Cuby, who was a mother for me inside prison.
The prison system, yeah.
And the prison system is punitive. And I'm clear that we don't treat the trauma. We treat the action.
Clearly.
We treat the thing, but we don't treat the root of the tree. And so while you saw my actions, nobody ever treated me as a human being.
And how much time did you have to do in prison? I won't ask for what.
5 years.
I don't think that's really important.
5 years.
So in the 5 years, so when you were released from prison, and where was this prison at that you were released from?
Valley State Prison for Women in Chowchilla, California.
Okay. So, and I heard California's prisons are nothing nice.
Not
because you have the gang situation and everything's racially divided and gang divided, and it's a lot. I've been incarcerated in the New York State system, which by comparison I guess is pretty tame. Though I was incarcerated, the last 10 months of my sentence were at the Attica Correctional Facility. Attica is the worst prison in the state of New York and definitely among the top 5 probably in the nation. And I was sent there my crime was a medium security crime. It was identity theft. It was a money crime, right? But they ran out of space at the mediums and decided, just put him in the maximum for his last 10 months. He'll be fine. So I have had and have PTSD. I still have trauma from that experience that ended a little over 10 years ago. From 2007, I was released. And I still hold a lot of trauma. An average of once a week, I have a nightmare related to being incarcerated in some way, right? And I've clearly, made my amends. I've clearly achieved. I went to college. I got the Phi Theta Kappa. I did it all. Everything that a person that's incarcerated is expected not to do, I did, right? But thank you. But what for you? Like, what was it like after prison, post release?
Post incarceration is one of the toughest things for everybody in this nation, because you're expected to be released with $40 in a bus ticket. Come home.
$40.
Come home.
In New York, at least they give you $100.
Acclimate yourself, make it to parole, have a place to live, and hold down a steady job.
Immediately. And sometimes you got to pay fines.
And sometimes you have to pay fines.
Yeah.
And you're expected to do this when they sent you to gladiator school.
Right.
They sent you to a place of no redemption, and they sent you to hell on earth.
Right. It's really not about it's not about corrections. I don't even know why they call it that. It's about warehousing. And let me just say this though. I don't want to sit here and say that everybody that's going to prison is a victim. I don't really believe that. I don't. My father was murdered, right? In 1996, the day before Father's Day. Nobody was ever arrested. There's nobody to this day, almost 25 years later, there's never been any arrest. You could best believe that I would like to think that if that person was found, although at this point the person was probably deceased, right? It's been 26 years, 25 years. But I would like to see that person or persons incarcerated. I don't really believe that everybody that goes to jail is innocent. When I was at Attica, I didn't sympathize with everybody that I was locked next to. There was an arsonist on one side of me, a cannibal on the other. I didn't want to live next to these people on the street either. However, I feel that when people are released, regardless of what the situation is, they've done their time. Whatever the judge assumed the sentence should be, that's the sentence. And once the sentence is over, the sentence should be over. But I feel like a lot of times post-release is an extension of that sentence. Sometimes it can be more harsh than the sentence itself. What is your opinion on that?
Absolutely. I think parole and probation absolutely has to be reformed, and it needs an immense overhaul. And, shout out to Reform Alliance for the reforms that they did in Michigan. And the hard work that they do.
Well, what did they do in Michigan for those of us that aren't aware?
They did a huge bill package in Michigan that revamps parole and what it looks like to make it easier for people to be at home and to be free. Yeah. And I think that is what is needed across this country, because when you are asked to do all these tasks and just like I do what they are, it's a high expectation when you were given no tools.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what I learned though, Shawanna, a lot of people. I was an oddball in prison, right? I remember when I was brought to the reception center, they asked me a question. I'll never forget this, Mr. Singleton. Did you get your GED? And I said, huh? They said, yeah, Mr. Singleton, we need to know where we can place you in prison. Because, in prison in New York anyway, you have to do programs in order to be released, right? Mr. Singleton, we just want to know, did you get your GED? My answer was no. I said, okay. When I got sent up to prison and they classified me, I'll never forget this. They assigned me to be in a classroom. And I said, what am I going to be, like a teacher or something? Because they had, teachers that were inmates. No, the counselor said that you need to get your education together. I'm like, no, I don't. Why would you say that? You know what the answer? Oh, Mr. Singleton, when we asked you in the reception center if you got your GED, you said no. I was like, well, damn, you didn't ask me if I got my high school diploma. By the time when I went to prison, I had a college degree. You didn't ask that. You asked me if I had a
They didn't expect
Exactly.
that.
You assumed that if I didn't have a GED, that I was, And so it's ridiculous because I came home and I went back to college, got my degrees and beat the odds, but it was not easy. I had to spend a lot of time, and I never even told anybody. I was homeless for a while, not on the streets, but I had to couch surf because when you're released from prison, you have to have an address. If you don't have an address, you're going to a shelter. Well, if you're out, I'm saying. And I don't know, like, what was it? What happened to you when you came out? What was it like for you?
So, understandably, it is immensely harder for women.
I was going to ask that.
Than it is men.
Okay. Why do you say that?
Because our reality is a man will always have a woman to live with. A man will always have a mama to hold them down. A man will always find the chick from around the way. Remember when we was in the 10th grade and she will fall for anything.
Oh, so a gigolo.
Always. Yeah. A man will always have a safety net.
Yeah.
A man, listen, because women are nurturers and we want to take care of something.
Right.
And so for some women, looking at a man coming home from incarceration is like, oh, let me take care of a kid or a wounded animal.
I hate to interject, but you're right. Because, the truth of the matter is, a guy in jail will find a female pen pal.
Absolutely.
That will deliver money and visits and all that. But I never thought about it. Did the ladies get visits from the guys?
No.
I didn't think so.
I
didn't think about it like that.
For the most part, women are invisible, silently crying, and forgotten about.
Wow.
And we got to change what that looks like in totality for women.
Wow.
Women are going to prison at 19% the rate of men right now in this country.
I didn't know
We are
that.
leading the prison population.
Wow.
And yet, we don't have the same conversations at the table.
Mm-hmm.
There's no stake for women. And unfortunately, that has to change.
Okay.
Prison was actually written, the rules were written for men.
Men, correct.
And now we have, in the 21st century, women going to prison at 19% of the rate of men.
So what does your organization and yourself do to make change?
So, Silent Cry focuses on mass incarceration, foster care, and violence prevention.
Okay, because it all ties in.
Listen, it's all one problem.
Yeah, it is.
Unfortunately, we have to tackle them one person, one issue at a time, but it's one big problem. Okay. It's one system to another.
Okay.
But I would say, in this present moment, I have legislation. It's like birthing my third child. It's called post-traumatic prison disorder, Shawanna W76337.
Which was your inmate number?
Which was my prison number.
Prison number, yeah. Wow.
Absolutely.
Wow.
And I'm very clear that the remnants that people suffer post-incarceration are traumatic.
Yeah.
And just like you said, the 10 months that you did in Attica, 10 years out of prison, you still understand the trauma of those 10 months.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't care whether
and that was the end of my sentence.
Exactly.
There was 10 months on Rikers, X amount. I did 2.5 years altogether.
See?
So it was a variety. But probably the most traumatic were the months in Rikers at the front of the sentence and Attica at the end of the sentence. Not to say that the middle time wasn't traumatic, but yeah, those were the two most traumatic periods. Yeah. And so, because we're running short on time, which is why I'm probably gonna have to ask you to come back on the show. But how can we help you to help other people? We meaning society.
Society. I need amplified voices and shared messaging that mass incarceration and mental health has to be this country's priority. Okay. We are in a pandemic. We're looking at COVID, and we are in a mental health crisis, not just in America, but around the world.
Right.
So the problem is, if we are acknowledging that we are in a mental health crisis in the pandemic in the world, what about the people that are silently crying, that are invisible, because they're not seen and heard because they're warehoused and sent away in silence?
Right.
There are 2.3 million people in this country who have been exiled to the plantation, and we're acting like they're not there.
Right.
But the reality is those are someone's children. Those are someone's parents.
Right.
Those are someone's grandparents. And they are not forgotten, and I hear their silent cries.
Right.
And I am screaming for them, and I'm echoing that post-traumatic prison disorder, Shawanna W76337, must be passed in New York State, must be passed in Michigan, not intermediately, but now.
Amen.
Because the remnants from prison will long outweigh, and I don't want to hear about the money that it'll cost, because the totality of wellness has no cost.
Ooh.
And do you want your neighbor to come home well? Because you don't know where the person is going to live when they are released, and you know what? That might be your neighbor. How do you want them to come home from incarceration? See, mental health doesn't have a color, a gender, or an economic standing. Mental health is a cost on this nation. And just like we're passing 1.9 billion packages right now in Washington, we can pass a $1.9 trillion package to save mental health in this country. We have to revamp the way we look at mental health, especially in the African American community, because if it hurts, say ouch. We have a policy like the military, don't ask, don't tell.
True.
And so we don't tell the hurts and the issues that come from prison. We don't tell the hurts and issues that come from our trauma from childhood that lead us to prison.
Amen.
And this is absolutely unacceptable, and we are no longer laying down waiting. We have to write legislation for us, by us. So I am asking that people join my support. Legislation takes money. Legislation takes time. Legislation takes people.
Right.
All
And
those things are vital.
how can we, because we got 1 minute left, how can we reach out to you and give you the resources, whatever they may be, whatever people can provide?
Whatever it is. You can reach me at Shawanna at silentcryinc.org.
Okay.
You can send messages through silentcryinc.org, which is my website.
Okay.
I'm on Facebook at Silent Cry Inc. And Shawanna Irina Vaughn. Google me, Instagram me, Facebook me, Twitter me at silentcry.sv. All help is good help, because anything you do from your heart is needed in this moment, in this movement, in this crisis, because we're trying to heal.
And I want to say this: you can count on the Keri's Corner radio show as being one of your allies. After the show's over, of course, I'm going to definitely build with you on how I can help. I mean, I know we're going through COVID and all that other stuff, but like in 2019, I spent some time speaking at youth jails, and that was one of the most rewarding things I've ever done. I went to one in the Bronx and one in Brooklyn, and I spent a couple of hours just talking to the kids, saying, hey, look, I know where you're at. I've experienced incarceration, and I want to show you an example of what you could be. So I definitely would like to be aligned with you, sister. Absolutely. If you would allow me to be.
Absolutely. And
definitely know that this radio show is now a platform for your platform.
Absolutely.
So yeah,
and
one more
shout out to this radio station.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate you.
Thank you. One more time, let everybody know how they can reach out to you, sister.
SilentCryInc.org, SilentCry.sv on Instagram and Twitter, LinkedIn, Shawanna Irina Vaughn, Facebook, Silent Cry Inc., or Shawanna Irina Vaughn. Please reach out to me. I am always taking calls. I'm always available. If your families are incarcerated, please reach out to me. There are tremendous people out here doing great work. And you know what? And I always tell people, if it is not me, then get involved with something.
Right.
Do something to make your life count, because you have rent to pay on earth. Do something. Pay the rent.
Because you have rent to pay on earth, and she is not speaking about anything monetary. I love that.
No.
I love that. Let's close on that. But
Absolutely.
You definitely got to come back on the show, sweetie.
Yes.
We got a lot more to talk about. Right now, we're going to get into our artist spotlight mix. One of my favorite artists, who I feel like she is so under damn rated. Your mic's not on, so they can't hear you.
No, she's not.
Oh, they can
No
hear
way.
you. Well, she is underrated. I'm not saying she's under-talented.
No, I never thought
like
she was
Cardi,
underrated.
but she's underrated. Yeah, well,
Like, yes.
yeah. Let's salute this week a legendary lady with a voice of gold, Miss Roberta Flack, on Keri's Corner, your new home for throwbacks and new jacks.
Hey y'all, we are the Brown Boutique. We specialize in handmade customized candles, t-shirts, and more. Whether it's for a lost loved one you want on a candle, a birthday, holiday, or a party, you name it, we got you for all of your customized needs. Check us out on Instagram at @thebrownboutique_ and be sure to follow us to stay up to date on new products. The Brown Boutique, where sense makes sense. Now check out these exclusive jams on Keri's Korner, your new home for throwbacks and new jazz.
And we're back on the Keri's Korner Radio Show. You just heard from our club classics. Shake It Up Tonight by Sherilyn. Show you how to do it right. I tried. That was actually probably the worst thing that you could do, is try to sing in front of a seasoned, talented singer. But now I can just go to bed. Go home and put a pillow over my face. Not on some suicide stuff, just on some I need to get my life together stuff. Tournesoul, welcome back to the Keri's Korner Radio Show. How are you, sweethearts?
I am good. Thank you for having me back.
Thank you for coming back to the show. Yes, and every time she comes to the show, she brings dope music.
Oh, man.
That's what we like here at the Keri's Korner Radio Show. New, fresh, good music. And so, of course, she does not disappoint. She got 2 new songs that we're going to play today that I've had the opportunity to preview. What the hell are these 2 dudes doing back here? Paul and Vaughn are like beside me, and I'm like, the law. Hope you'll be beside me, but come my birthday. Anyway, it's not about me or my birthday. It's about Tournesoul. And I want to congratulate you. 2020, you officiated your LLC.
Yes.
And that's a big thingy there, lady. So 2020 wasn't a terrible year for you like it was for a lot of people. It wasn't for me either, right?
I made the best of the year.
That's
Let
what
me
you
say
have to be.
that. Because
Yeah.
it was definitely trying.
It was.
Definitely pretty intense. That's the best way. And very, very, what's the word? Changing. It was a year for change. You know?
Definitely a year for change, 2020 was. And I don't think that I have had a recording artist on the show this year, because I wanted to ask the question. It must have been hard because no touring, no live performances, no live interviews from most radio stations. And I'm not a big fan of the remote thing. I'm not just like Zooming and like I'm good. Like leave me. No. So like, how did that work for you? Like, how did you contend with being a recording artist in the year of COVID-19?
Well, what I did actually is build my home studio once COVID hit.
Can we get a hand clap?
So, thanks.
Yeah, because our clap machine's not working, so.
Right. No, it's not working. No, it's okay. No, I just decided, I'm like, if I can't go in person to these different places, if I can't, network or be around people or whatever, then I have to do everything like in-house. And,
right.
As much as that's a challenge because I already have a number of different things that I'm trying to do and commit to on my plate.
Right.
But it's definitely been a really great learning experience for me to just be able to have my own studio, learn how to record myself, actually take the step to finally produce, because that's also something I've always wanted to do, and it's been going pretty well so far. So
yeah, the one thing about our shows, we love to have our guests, and I saw you and Shawanna doing so. One of the things I really love about what we've done here is that our guests have an opportunity to network with each other. That's why we ask the guests to come in at the same time. A lot of other stations and shows will have slots, and one guest will be here early. I've always been like, let's have everybody come in together so that we can, have a bond, and also for business networking. And you and Shawanna were talking. What do you guys got cooking? I want to hear.
Well, hopefully the goal is, the funny thing is that Shawanna and I actually we were already friends on Facebook, and I was trying to figure out, I'm like, is it the same person? I'm like,
that's
is
what
that
I'm
her?
talking
But
about.
it is her. So we have a mutual friend. Shout out to Rosette. So what I actually already planned on doing, I didn't get a chance to do it this past summer because of COVID, but the year before, my company and I, we put together a back to school drive, and we did like a big cookout. And what is that park called?
In the Bronx?
Yeah, it's a park in the Bronx, like right before the the 145th bridge, like right where, yeah. So we did a back.
I don't know. I haven't lived in the Bronx in a long time.
Somewhere over there, you know.
Yeah.
But what I plan on doing this year is doing like a masquerade ball. I'm actually gonna be 30 this year, so I'm going to.
Wow, huh?
Well,
nice.
I'll take the compliment.
Yes, congratulations on that. I was guessing early 20s or
right.
something.
No,
yeah.
no, I've been around. I drink a lot of water.
Hey, yeah. Poland Springs is my best friend. But yeah, what?
So that's the goal, to do a masquerade ball. But what we normally do is when we do events like that, we always try and choose an organization or choose, someone to like donate the funds to, or donate like, whatever, partial proceeds or whatever. So we're still in planning process right now, but the first thing that we had to do was find an organization. And, just hearing what Shawanna was talking about with Silent Cry Inc., I think that's like extremely vital to our community today, extremely vital to, everything. We all have, relatives who are incarcerated.
Right.
If we weren't experiencing it ourselves, you know what I mean?
Right.
So,
you know somebody that knows somebody.
Exactly.
And it's dope. You live in the Bronx. Our assistant producer lives in the Bronx, and he likes to dress up. Superman. You should see his Instagram with Superman costume. I have no idea why he didn't wear that to our costume party here at the show. Was it Superman, Kevon? Yeah, he did a full-on Superman up in the Bronx. He comes here with just the Clark Kent thing going on. Mm-hmm. But invite us. I like
right. No. I definitely will. Like I was just texting my business partner. I was like, hey, I think I found an organization.
Yeah.
I'm like, I think that he'll be definitely like into it and stuff like that, because we always have like conversations like this. So like, I think we finally found like the right one.
We'll definitely support it. So musically speaking, how do you feel that you've grown since your last project, musically?
Vocally, for sure. Definitely. That was another thing that I did do during the pandemic, was I got another vocal coach, and we're gonna reconnect again soon. But she started doing a few like acting projects. So shout out to Penny.
Shout out to Penny.
Everybody, artists gotta do their own thing, and I definitely love it. So definitely my pen game is a lot more. I also learned myself more as an artist.
Okay.
More than I did before, because as much as I'm a versatile artist, I'm definitely more like R&B, jazz, soul, like mixed together. So it's like you're gonna hear a lot of that when I put out the album and things. You're gonna hear the different beats that I produced as well. So creatively, I feel like it was like the biggest growth in comparison to the last one.
So this is a question I've never asked any guest on the show.
Okay.
Every week we have an artist spotlight where we select an artist, usually from the 90s or the 80s, and we spotlight their music because we feel like they need to be celebrated. If you could pick, watch Kevon turn the camera right in my face. If you could pick two artists, one male, one female, to be an artist he's getting ready to be an artist spotlight on the Keri's Corner radio show. It can't be you, because it has to be somebody.
No, absolutely.
You're gonna have your turn if I'm still here doing this damn show. But somebody who's come out, in like the 80s, before you shout out somebody like Beyonce and make me melt all over my chair, because the answer would be no. Not that I don't like Beyonce, but she doesn't need to be spotlighted at this point. Somebody from the 80s or 90s, who would you pick? One male, one female.
Aaliyah.
If this was your... Okay, yes.
I'm like Aaliyah for sure.
You haven't done Aaliyah. You haven't done Aaliyah.
That's my favorite, so please pick her.
We need to do some Aaliyah, yeah.
Hopefully I have permission to play her music. I know that's like a whole big thing and stuff, but
it's radio. We can play what we want.
Aaliyah. We love Aaliyah.
So a male.
Male?
Yeah. Or it could be a group. It doesn't have to be a soloist. It could be a group.
I gotta go Boys to Men since
okay.
Group.
And we've never
and
we've never done Boys to Men. This needed to happen. We've never done Aaliyah, and we've never done Boys to Men. So those are two dope choices.
Two right there.
Two dope choices.
They would have been a good collab if they were tape. That would have been vocals.
Yeah, I know. That would have, because Brandy and Wanye did a remix to Broken Hearted. Yeah, I didn't need any help with that. But he's a DJ, so But yeah, they were in a relationship, I think, when that. You didn't know that?
I have no idea what goes on in
Wanye,
lives.
Oh, I could give you the tea, but you might not be ready.
You gotta spill the tea.
Because I got hit on by an R&B artist that everybody knows and loves, but I wasn't interested in what he had to say.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah. Okay, I don't even think anybody caught that.
Right.
But yeah.
hilarious. No, that's why.
Yeah, but they dated. They dated. So this is a question I always ask. I probably asked you this last time you were here. If you could work with any, let's switch it up.
I was gonna have the same answer.
not with what producer, what well-established.
Timbaland.
You answered that quickly.
No, that's my favorite.
Wow. Okay.
favorite.
Would y'all do a fast song or a slow song or both?
He would have to give me a good slow.
Okay.
We don't really want to mention his name for different things that he's done, but like a JT vibe, you know what I'm saying?
Who's JT?
Justin Timberlake.
Oh, no.
I know. That's what I said. I don't really want to.
We don't know him.
The music that Timbaland has produced for him specifically as an artist, I feel like most resonates with me as an artist.
Yeah, but I mean, as much as I think Justin Timberwhack is a piece of trash, and we all in this room should know why. Yeah. Right, Kevon? Yeah. You can't deny the fact that Timbaland made his music desirable.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
absolutely.
If you can make Justin Timberlake dope, then. But I think you know who do you care to guess what production team I'd like to see you work with?
Who?
Come on, we're Facebook friends.
I know. Hold on.
Jam and Lewis.
Oh wow.
Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
that would be like gold.
Yeah, that would be.
That would definitely be gold.
But personally, I've heard a lot of your music, and I think you would do numbers regardless to who you worked with because your voice resonates. And for those that have never heard Tournesoul before, why don't we do that now? We have new music by Tournesoul. Let's get into that. We'll be back on the other side of this.
I'm hypnotized off your levels. Take me higher like the pedestal you put me on. Don't wanna get off this cloud, not even sure how I got here. This chemistry's intruding my atmosphere. Let's make this clear, baby. Your touch drives me insane. You got me switching lanes. I'm off my path, we're going fast. We won't crash, finish the task, yeah. Let me be your Aphrodite. Let me save you before I leave. By the way your eyes seduce me. You want this, you have the key. You have the key. Put it in, unlock me. Unlock me. Unlock me, baby. Unlock me. Touch my body, take me there. Go inside my everywhere tonight. Touch my body, take me there. Go inside my everywhere. This vibe. Let me show you something you ain't never seen. I need you right now, it's an emergency. With every word you speaking, I feel my body leaking. I'll ride it how you like it till you throw me out the sea. It ain't just the physical, sexual. Something in me won't let you go. I don't know what you do to me. Open up to me, I'll never let you down. Used to rule me, never gotta read in between the line. Keep it simple, baby, life too difficult. Let's just keep the feeling up until it goes. Don't worry about what's in the future for us. Whatever we want, we build it and it's for us. You got the key. Put it in, put it in. Unlock me, unlock me. Touch my body, take me there. Go inside my everywhere tonight. Tonight, 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 tonight. Touch my body, take me there. Go inside my everywhere. This vibe. You make me feel. make me this vibe between you and I. Can you feel the vibe? So you want me? You gon' feel this vibe. Can you feel it? So you need me. You gon' feel this vibe. So you trust me. You gon' feel this vibe. This vibe, touch my body, take me there. Go inside my everywhere tonight. You gon' feel this vibe. Touch my body, take me there. Go inside my everywhere this time, baby. Touch my body. Take me there, go inside my everywhere tonight. You gon' feel this vibe. Touch my body, take me there, go inside my everywhere this time. You gon' feel this vibe between you and I, baby. Baby, you gon' feel this vibe. 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 Ooh, yeah. This that groove that make you move. Yeah. It's Tournesoul in this building. I want you to rock with me, yeah. Throw your hands in the air, wave 'em around like you just don't care. I know you feel this groove, so make your way to the dance floor. We got that vibe that'll have you wanting more and more tonight, and we gon' have a good time, a good time. Right tonight, and we gon' have a good time, a good time.
Q-U-O-T-E, the MC. You know it's all love. If you ever met me, would it fit so cold? You could call me Gretzky, rocking out with the sis. Such a blessing. Bronx is here, the X in Harlem, yeah. Yeah, you had to take a second like a sophomore year. And the ladies looking great and they fly as gear. If you love good music, give me a cheer. Yeah, I like that. That feeling is the reason why I rap. Keep spitting quote, you got ridiculous flow, you gifted bro, realist from head to toe. You know, raise your glass to toast, cause no matter your stats, success is close, our mind don't goes, don't got no time for foes, just keep adding wins to this life we chose. Hey.
Tonight, and we gon' have a good time, a good time. We're poppin' right tonight, and we gon' have a good time, a good time.
Break it down now.
I know you feel this groove.
Two-step, two-step.
I know you feel this groove.
Just flex, just flex.
I know you feel this groove.
Get hype, get hype.
I know you feel this groove.
We live, we live. To the queens and the kings, repeat after me, let me hear you say good vibes, good vibes. Tournesoul, where you at?
In the group, 'cause I know I'm all that.
Say good vibes, good vibes.
Tonight, and we gon' have a good time. We gonna have a good time. Tonight, and we gon' have a good time. A good time.
Back on Keri's Corner, your home for throwbacks and new jacks. That was Tournesoul. I wanted everybody in the building to get into that because I heard the music. I knew what to expect. And I wanted to give everybody in the studio an opportunity to let them know what they think. We'll start with Tournesoul introducing the first song.
Okay, so that song was called Tonight. That is myself, Tournesoul, featuring the artist JM.
Okay.
And when did we put that out? Actually last year, but we more pushing it this year because the video just came out this year. So yeah.
So this is your new single.
Yes.
Okay. So the song is called Tonight.
Yes.
Okay. So we're gonna start with Shawanna, ladies first, always. What did you think about the song?
Honesty is welcome. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you're gonna get that in here.
You're definitely gonna get honesty. Oh
Yeah.
my God. She's so talented.
Yes.
That her voice is sultry and it's earthy.
Mm-hmm.
And oh my God, this is the first time I really got to hear her.
Mm-hmm.
And she's amazing.
She is.
Yeah. I need people to go pick up that album.
ASAP.
Go
ASAP.
Spotify. Go support her. Definitely somebody I'm gonna go support.
Yeah. Okay.
It's different just seeing somebody on Facebook and hearing them and the energy and the love that they put into their music.
Right.
And she actually sings stuff that I want to listen to.
Right. Exactly.
So shout out to Tournesoul.
I'll take that.
Shout out
like
to Tournesoul.
Let's get now here's one. Here's an opinion.
Yes.
The DJ. What does the DJ think?
Don't worry, I might factor in that you had one job too. Nah, but on a serious note, amazing job.
Yes.
That soul, the first soul, has a. I hope you're shopping it around because it definitely has a good vibe. That could fit on a good show.
Yeah.
Like one of those late night scenes.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I were you, I would probably consider that as well. It has great crossover appeal as well.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. I'm gonna keep that in mind.
Assistant producer, Mr. Merrill.
Oh yeah, that was hot. The second track I really enjoyed. Had
First
some nice-
track, brother.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Tonight.
The first track,
The
tonight.
first one is called Tonight.
Okay.
I did a weird thing with the titles. I'm sorry. I know.
Sorry, I confused myself because
The
of
slow one, the first one. What did you call the first one?
That first one was also hot. I mean, they were both so good, and that first one I really liked the sultriness. It was, I could definitely see, you put that on for a very particular set of circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you all know what that is.
Thank you.
And I would definitely be game to use that song in those circumstances.
I
Let me
hear
say.
Oh, all right.
I hear that.
Isn't your mother's birthday this week? At any rate, go ahead, Paul.
Obviously, you have a wonderful voice, but I more importantly than that, I just like your sound and the vibe is different than what you're hearing a lot in the mainstream. So I liked how you weren't like what you always hear. It's different. It's not.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say, as much as you love Aaliyah, she would be proud.
That means a lot. You understand?
We're giving Aaliyah vibe with Tournesoul's soul.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's, and I'm a big fan of slow jams.
Yeah, we was talking about that last time. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of slow jams. I love the Quiet Storm formats, and that's perfect for it. And best believe we're gonna be rocking it out on the Keri's Corner radio show. All right, what about the second song, Brent? Let's talk about the second one, which had a completely different vibe altogether.
Completely different vibe. So the funny thing is, I didn't even mean to call those names similar, but that one is called Vibe Tonight, and that is actually featuring my actual brother, Quote the MC.
Wow. Well, when the hell is this? Is what you need to do.
Okay.
This would, because everybody in here will tell you that. Why is you talking with no microphone? It's radio. People want to hear what you're saying, brother. Anyway, Dre's our esteemed in-house DJ here. On the 5th, you need to bring your brother, because anybody in here will tell you I'm the biggest critic on hip hop. Quite frankly, because I don't like it too much no more. But your brother's flow, like when I listened to it last night, and he started, I was like, oh God, here comes the detrimental part of the song where my ears start bleeding, and then my mouth dropped, and I was like, yo, dude's dope.
No, he's actually a good rapper.
Yeah, he's dope. And that's, like that ain't common nowadays. So bring him to the show on the 5th when you come, so we can have him spit or something. But he just can't say the N-word or swear.
He doesn't.
Good.
He's not even the type.
Good. So we'll start again with Shawanna. What did you think about the second track?
I'm like you. I like everything like wine, slow and easy.
Right. Well, some things I like fast and hard.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna let that go right there.
Yeah, I regretted saying that as
But
soon
you know
as
what?
it came out of my mouth.
I'm like
Yvonne
you.
is
I was
cringing again.
I was surprised and I enjoyed it. I usually do not like rap of any sort in this new modern time. But I actually started hearing him. I was like, oh.
Yo, shout out to what's your brother's name?
Quote.
Quote?
Yeah.
Shout out to Quote.
Quote
Shout
the
out to
MC. Quote the MC.
Yes, well,
Q-U-O-T-E,
shout out Quote the MC. Because you know what? He just gave me hope.
Right.
For new rappers.
Make sure you look for his music because that's exactly what he'll. Make sure you look for his music because his entire catalog is very built around hope. Is very built around pushing our culture forward. He does not use the N-word. You know what I mean? Like that's just something that he doesn't use.
Well, he should be here.
He's not like a trap rapper or anything like that. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out his Instagram really quickly or something.
Q-U-O-T-E, the MC, literally.
Okay,
all right, yeah.
okay, DJ. What did you have to say about Miss Soul and her brother? Yes,
I'm gonna need parts of that.
Yeah. Okay.
I would actually use that in a mix. I do radio mixes and stuff. That's radio friendly for a little of everything for a little of everybody.
Well, you have my permission, so.
Yeah, I'll be taking that.
Okay. Thank you.
Kevon.
Oh yeah, as I said before, when I was erroneously speaking, that was a very, very cool track. I really enjoyed it, and I actually like some of the new hip hop. So I'm gonna stand as different to the rest of the panel here, but it was awesome. I would totally be partying to that. That was
Thank
dope.
You.
And Paul, who loves hip hop more than I do. That ain't hard to beat though.
I like the second song as well. I think I like the first one better because I think you just got to shine a little more.
Okay.
But the second song was a lot of fun, and I liked the vibe as well. But I just like how original you are.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I'll just say heavy rotation.
Heavy rotation. That's
and we want Quote in the building.
Mm-hmm.
Quote the MC.
I'll make sure to connect y'all.
That was definitely a dope collaboration.
Thank you.
Two siblings with clearly no shortage on talent. And I used to be a dancer, believe it or not. I didn't always. That was foul.
No.
Y'all can't see this because
I
you're
want to
just.
see videos.
There is one.
Okay.
Sort of. But you all didn't see what happened as I was admitting that I used to be a dancer. Come on, I'm a Janet Jackson fan. Where do you think that comes from?
That makes
Tournesoul and Pole, their heads popped up like they just came out of a tortoise shell. Like you? Yes, I was a part of the Rhythm Nation. Damn it. Dope song for dancing. Definitely a party song. You just phenomenal. Just
thank you.
Simply, I'm trying to get these damn claps to work properly.
It's okay. There's gonna be a video out for that soon because that Vibe Tonight is actually going to go on the album as well. But what I plan to do with the visual is like put out a short film. So every artist that I choose to collaborate with on that album will be like in somewhat acting with me in the short film because it's gonna be kind of a cross between I don't know if any of you have seen Idlewild, the movie Idlewild. No one's.
Well,
you've seen
Dre
Idlewild?
has.
I'm like someone. Oh well. Either way, it's a great movie. great music movie. Outkast, and just putting together, just like that whole entire, content and.
I love the fact that
great rollout.
You clearly take your music to another level in terms of creativity. That is so important. Like for R&B artists, and that's going to be my next and probably last question because geez, we ran out of time. That's what happens when you have a dope show.
This is a good show.
Yeah,
This is a good show.
Sorry, no closeout mix for Dre today, I guess. But when artists, that's why I'm such a big fan of older artists because they didn't just get on a microphone, sing, and get off of the microphone. Right. It was a lot more to it. And I hate to say in my time, like I'm 75. But I mean, artists did more with their craft. Yeah. Janet Jackson, I always reference Janet Jackson.
We love her.
Just because she's a very it's not about her vocals, obviously. She's not the greatest singer in the world. But she didn't just get up there and make a song and sit down.
Right.
The Rhythm Nation project was actually a short film. I mean, I like it when artists take their art and build around their actual songs.
Yeah.
Make a short film. do something other than just sit there, especially when your ass can't dance. Seriously though, entertain us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I have to ask this last question. What do you think of today's R&B? Considering you can actually sing. Yeah, I said it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Your contemporaries
I
suck.
honestly think what's out on the radio
Right.
isn't the R&B that should be highlighted necessarily, because a lot of it is rappers saying, okay, now I can sing now,
Right.
and
Or-
now
or-
that's why we're not.
Or singers, Chris Brown, saying now I can rap. I think there's nothing worse.
Well, the crazy thing about it is that only because I've followed him for since he first came out with
I
me
just
as a
threw up
teenager,
in my mouth.
no, I'm not saying it like that, but he actually
am.
wanted to be a rapper first.
Well,
which
then
is
he
very
should have
interesting.
been.
I know.
Maybe
but-
he should have, because he can probably rap better than he can sing. I don't think he can sing. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, no.
You're not supposed to. As an artist, you're supposed to respect the other artists. I don't have that contract signed.
Right.
Yeah, I keep it like a T.I. is. So, but yeah, like Dre said, and like Shawanna said, hope. Because it's gotten to the point where I won't listen to any new music. And I know that there's dope new artists, but when I have to hear Chris Brown rapping, or Drake singing, I'm like, I'm good. Like, because neither one of y'all can do either. So it's like, just stop. Like, ride on your pretty faces and let that be the end of it. But who am I? Just a radio host who has an opinion. And I think we're gonna have to fade out now with the outro. Welcome to the show, you guys. Let's go.
Thank you for having me today, as usual.
From the radio to the TV screen, anything you want or ever need.